Alright, this is gonna serve as a video response to Mr. Fisticuffs. Basically, he made a new video stating like your field of view and how it changes through resolution and whether or not you're host. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how the host doesn't affect your field of view. And if you don't know what field of view is, it's your viewing angle in front of you. The default for Call of Duty is 65. Now on console you can't change that, but on PC you can make it up to 80. Alright, so as you can see on the right side, right over here, you can clearly see the whole tire of the truck to our right. You can see both tires completely. Now on the left we can see like a lot of that wall. So this is a public game. This screenshot is from a public game. And now I am going to make a private match and show that whether or not you're in a public game, it doesn't change your field of view or your viewing angle. So right here, this is in the private match. You can completely see that wall and as well as the entire wheel of the truck. Now I'm gonna go back and forth in between the two pictures when I'm host in my own private match and when I'm in someone else's game in a public match when I'm not host. So as you can see, there's no difference. You can completely see everything the same. Now this might have just been a misinterpretation of what exactly he was saying, but I do agree like about all the field of view. Okay, so the second thing, this is a little bit more in-depth. So right now I'm switching over to 720p. Before I was on 1080p or 1080i. It's still the same resolution though. It's 1920 by 1080. So now we're at 1280 by 720. And I'll make my way exactly over to the exact same spot. See, I line myself up, I turn around and look at that same spot. Now, right now, I'm going to show the difference between 720 and 1080. There is literally no field of view differences. This is because the aspect ratio on 720p is the exact same as 1080. It's like 1.77777 or 16 by 9 as most people know it by. So now I'm going on to 480p. So the difference between 480p and 720p is the aspect ratio. The aspect ratio on 480p is 4 by 3, not 16 by 9. So that is definitely going to change your field of view. So he was right about that. Definitely. So as you can see right now, I can't even see the second wheel on the far right of the screen, and I can barely see the wall on the left. Now, don't worry if you can only play at 480p or 480i because you have an old TV. There is, in fact, a fix for this. Go to your display settings and just set it to 16 by 9. This will make it so that you have the same aspect ratio as a 720p player or a 1080p player. So you can see just as much as those players. In turn, they will have no upper advantage over you as far as seeing things. So as you can see, I can clearly see that tire on the right of me and the wall on the left of me. Now remember, it's still in 480p, but all I did was changed it to 16 by 9. So just a quick recap. This is 480p on 4 by 3 ratio. Now this is 16 by 9. I'm going to play this a few times so that you can see the difference in your viewing angle. And that's at the same resolution, 480p. Now the difference between 480p and 720p is literally nothing, as long as you're on the 16 by 9. And now I think Fist mentioned in the video, I think he mentioned that 1080p would give you more of an advantage than 720p. Not true. As you can see here, this is 720p and it switches to 1080p. You cannot see any more. And I mean, I'm not perfect. It might be slightly different of a positioning for me, but there's no difference in field of view. It's always going to be 65. But of course, when you're on 480p at 4:3 ratio, you'll be at a disadvantage. So as long as you just change it to 16 by 9, you'll have no disadvantage. Alright, so there you go. That's my response video. I've never done a response video before. I thought I would do it for this, just because there's a couple of misinterpretations maybe from the information, and it kind of bugged me. So, I mean, no hate towards Fist or anything. I just wanted to get this out here, just to maybe inform him that he made a mistake, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Peace.